Random thoughts today. A little bit all over the place with the random thoughts, but random thoughts. I'm gonna spit it out. Spit it out. Let's start with this. So, people's, I'm referring to when I hear some say, Martin Luther King knew better. You know, they want to throw him under the bus and say he knew better than to be used by mainly white folks or people of interest to not really be for black people, you know, to be similar to like a box of Aunt Jemima pancake mix is the way I can put it. And my thing is, I know from, I mean, I don't know anything, but listening to when they had a discussion with him and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and Malcolm X was trying to point out to him certain things, and at first he didn't want to listen, but then finally he agreed, like how people are using him. And so my thing with that comes into my mind today is that a lot of times in the Diddy case, they're teaching us, I feel, my conspiracy theory is that how we can be taught certain things, right? And those that say Martin Luther King, kick him to the side. Stop that. The little boy running by the car. You know how a dog runs side by side with a car? Oh my goodness. And so you know how they say okay, I lost my track for a minute. The little boy threw me off. I ain't trying to hit nobody's kid out here. Where am I going? Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, throw Martin Luther King to the side. He did. He was it was a disadvantage for black people. Now my thing is, here we go with thinking color is everything. I'm trying to get to a point, and I'm getting into it. I'm getting to it in another way. And so with those with that mindset, my thing is, it shows that you're not skillful enough to know or understand or teach about various different personalities. Like if you have that personality where you need to be seen, you need to be accepted by other people, you need to, whatever your personality is, you can fall into that trap. Similar to like, who reminds me of that is, I don't like to say her name, but it reminds me of Candace Owens. I said it. And so, you know, and people will beef you up for their agenda and how they feel, and if you're radical enough, or you have a, I don't know how to explain it, but it does remind me of that. And so, okay, let me put it in a workplace environment where I have been many years, concept. So if there is someone higher up, manager, supervisor, NOD, MOD, AOD, whatever, someone in leadership positions, and they say, these co-workers, they're lazy, they shiftless, they don't know how to do anything, or they, just constantly talking about the worker, the co-worker, and all they do is they send emails or send things that you need to learn through the, like, for example, the classes that you're supposed to take, the TMS classes or whatever kind of classes there is that you take to learn, but they're not a learn by example or teach each individual, learn personalities and understand how to approach certain personalities to get them to understand the work that needs to be done, and not understand that everybody has different personalities, different ways of learning, different ways of being receptive to what you're saying, right? I don't really edit my videos too much, except for to throw some music in there in the background and a little writing text. So I'm going to pause this and try to figure out, because I want to say something, but I'm running around the bush, beating around the bush, but I'm ready to say something. I'll be back. Okay, so the part I said about, you hear people say Martin Luther King wasn't for the black people. He, catered to. But we are taught, and we pick up the same shit, right? You picked up the same motherfucking shit. So, you got the nerve to say how he did for the people, which is true. But what are you doing? You're in the community doing the same shit. What do I mean? Okay, my perspective, my observation, these are just my thoughts. A conversation like this, in my opinion, should not be held without having a platform with various different views. But I'm not there yet, so I'm going to talk it out and try to formulate it in my mind on my YouTube channel as Random Thoughts. But this is definitely something that should be discussed with people that are qualified, people that do the research, people that are genuine, and people that are not genuine, and definitely experts in whatever field, and one would be research. And so, okay, so my thing is, we walk around and we talk about the Africans are not going to accept us if we go to Africa. Even the dark-skinned black people, if you go to Africa, you're not going to be accepted as a African, whether you're dark-skinned or brown-skinned, and definitely not light-skinned. And then we talk about how the foreigners come to this country and are treated better than the Americans. And another thing is, if certain countries, how are they with their color spectrum? Whether it's light, brown, paper bag comparison, or dark, right? And so then when the Africans came here with the African slave tribe and things of that nature, it seems like that, you know, we were taught, not only from the white folks that came to America also, they came here and brought the diseases and was sick according to, you know, documentation. And so, and then there was the aspect of fucking, you know. You can see what's widely talked about now is the Diddy case. Everybody was fucking, and especially when they took a hold of you and you know, there's words like misogyny and all kinds of things going on, right? And you know, when I was in college and took Black Studies classes, that's where I learned about the word motherfucker. Comes from the white folks sleeping with the mothers, the aunts, the, you know, all the black females. And that's where the word motherfucker came from, is what I was taught. And so going back to when the Africans came here, and I'm like, we have so much hate and envy and jealousy and boom shaka laka laka hate, like that deep hate that we were taught. And it was so bad. Okay, so whether the Africans came over here and taught that to us, like they teach in the church, certain things and the cults and stuff like that, whether they have taught that and say, look at them light people over there. Okay, this is what I want to say. The white people catered to the lighter skin, whether they raped them and fucked the mothers and created the lighter skin so they feel as though that's theirs. And so we don't look at personality. We don't say what type of personality was that. Even though it was the white man that liked them, it was the black men that liked them. But what was the personality of those light-skinned folks that went into the entertainment business, that did receive the jobs because the white man or the black man catered to the lighter skin? What was their personality to look at a darker skinned person? Was it them, all of the light skinned people looking at the darker skinned people saying, you're not shit because you're not being selected for the entertainment environment. You're not being selected for certain jobs unless you fight for it and beat the hell up out of the light-skinned people and bring them down to the point where what has happened, when I was in my baby making days, someone was like, how did your child come out dark? And they said, my kid came out light. You know what happened? This ain't no lie. I don't sit up here and lie to you. I may joke, say shit that's stupid. This ain't no fucking lie. Somebody took a pillow because their kid was too fucking light and tried to smother the baby. They didn't want that light-skinned baby. All I could say was I was praying to God that I did not have no light-skinned kids after all of what I've been through. Whether you became African Bambaataa, cutting hair in school and fighting motherfuckers, and I had to learn how to fight. And then, you know, the light skin say shut the fuck up and dismiss you. You say shut the fuck up and dismiss us. It's an ongoing thing. But guess what? It's about personalities and behaviors. You can meet some white people, Indian people, Hispanic people, every other race, country, creed, and their soul and their heart is from some of the most beautiful creation. And then you can meet some black folks along with other folks that are just so fucking disgusting, and their heart and soul is so diseased and infected with shit. This is just how I'm talking about this situation out in the open on my YouTube channel as random thoughts to get it out. And those are just my random thoughts today, for now. You got a lot of fucking nerve, but you don't have the slightest clue about who the fuck is who. And understanding that is more than just a fucking color. Some of y'all blacker than 34th Street in New York, Manhattan, selling the pocketbooks, are sick as fuck in the hospital setting, taking on what is taught by the white man in hospitals, and you harm people just as much as they do. It's about personalities, behaviors, your intentions, and your soul, along with all other stuff. It's more than just. A couple more things. One is I can see also where there is trying to be amongst some divide with biracial people. They are fucking hurting too. I love my biracial people, but we're different. You can't put us in the same category. We've had different experiences. We've had different gonads coming together to create us. I've had a black, both parents were black, and came together and created this baby here, that what you're looking at now. Then you have those that are biracial, that, you know, had opposite genders coming together. Opposite, not gender, whatever, black, white, blah, 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 blah. So, but you have the African Bambaataa spirit. Oh, you motherfuckers are this and you're that and you're this and you're that. Shut the fuck up. You understand? Just like, for the record, I'm light skinned, and you ask them old ass motherfuckers why did they call us red bone. have no fucking idea. All I know is as I got to my age now, somebody came in the hospital, old ass motherfucker talking about, hey, Redbone, and I looked at him. He was like, why the fuck did she look at me mean like that? Because I'm sick of y'all shit all the way, all across, from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right. People are people. Personalities, behaviors, your disgusting jealousy and hatred and evil and wickedness. And can't talk about nobody unless you say, you're light skinned, you're gonna be old and wrinkled like them as you get old. Who gives a fuck? Whether it's true or not. I believe in God and God made me. But I'm not going to constantly talk about that because I don't want your fake ass religious motherfuckers near me. So I will curse my ass off. Y'all some of the fakest motherfuckers all the way around the board. Pay attention.